Hello, my name is Chanel Cosette Doyle, and I am going to be your guide during the Gut Refresh program. Well, you know what? Let's just get started, shall we? These are the two books that you would have received if you purchased the program. You have the book, and then you have the workbook. Okay, so this is the guide, and in the first beginning part, you are going to have the different stages of the program. So we're going to have remove, replace, rebuild, rebalance, and replenish. Those are the different phases. However, all these phases are happening simultaneously, and so you're not going to remove and replace right, but they're all kind of happening at the same time. So the first phase is removing. You're removing things that are problematic. Some of these things are absolutely healthy for a normal functioning gut. I want to stress that, especially for my women or men with who are recovering from eating disorders. Just because it says not to have mango does not mean mangoes are bad, okay? We're just eliminating certain things that are causing issues right now. This is not a lifestyle. This is 100% a diet that I do not plan for you to be on forever. I want you to be able to reincorporate those foods again and be able to eat them without the pain and the fear and all of those different things, okay? So I want to make that very clear that these foods are not bad. We're not putting them on a bad list. They're just not great right now for the issues that you might be experiencing. So now that we got that out of the way, so you're going to remove certain foods, and in the guide, and so let me just flip to the page real quick. So in the guide, it is on page, let me just double check. It starts on page 17, okay? And so you have the protocol food guide, okay? You have one of these in the big book, but you also have one of these in here because this is a lot easier to slip into a purse or a diaper bag or whatever you're carrying around. And this is something that you can take, so when you go out to eat, you know exactly which foods are on the approved side and on the non-approved side so that you can avoid those ones, okay? So you have the remove phase. And then you have the replace phase. The replace phase is all of these delicious recipes back here, okay? So you are going to replace your current diet with this diet. That's the replace phase. We are also going to rebuild. A lot of things can be damaged while you have gut issues, okay? You can deplete antioxidant stores, digestive enzymes. You might have depleted stomach acid, or even muscle. A lot of people with gut issues, they're not able to break down protein into amino acids and have those amino acids be catalyzed back into muscle, right? Into protein. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna keep breezing on through this. So with that, you might have poor muscle tone. And with this program, being able to break those things down can increase your muscle tone, helping you to have those long, lean, beautiful muscles that you want. So that's part of the rebuild phase, all of those different aspects. And then you are going to, should this be a blooper? Or do we just incorporate bloopers? Because we're not perfect here, right? Progress over perfection any day of the week. Okay, so let's see, we have replace, rebuild, rebalance, that's where we're at. Okay, so balance. Now balance there's a lot of different things. For the actual nutritional aspect, one, we are rebalancing your microbiome, whether you have gut dysbiosis, meaning you have too much bad bacteria and not enough good bacteria, but also we need to balance those hormones. We have thyroid hormones, we have all different sorts of hormones going on, and a lot of those problems start with gut hyperpermeability, which is leaky gut. And I'm sure you guys have seen a lot about that, and I'll do a lot more education on what leaky gut is later into the program. Am I talking too fast for you? Let me just slow my roll. All right, so that's part of the rebalance. However, at the end of the program, now this is more for the lifestyle. Like I said, I do not plan on you eliminating that replace phase forever, okay? I want you to be able to experience all these different delicious, amazing foods, right? I mean, onions and garlic, those are great. Onions are great for feeding good bacteria. The only reason you can't have it during the first 4 weeks is because of the way those sugars ferment in the gut. And so I want you to be able to reincorporate those foods and create this really gut health lifestyle. So I would consider this program as gut healing versus gut health. I have gone through this program myself, obviously, and I went through the gut healing, and now I'm in the phase of life where I want gut health. I want to maintain a healthy gut, and that is very different than healing the gut, okay? And so I want you to think of this program as healing. This is medicine. This is not maintenance. However, I work with you throughout the program and during the reintroduction in order to turn the gut healing into gut health for long-term success with your gastrointestinal health, which is really the central focal point for mental health, for libido, for your skin, reproductivity. This is gonna be fun. Like, if somebody edits this video, cool. If not, this is me. I'm not great on camera. That's okay, because my skill set is this. Okay, so let's jump right back in. So we have rebalance and we have reintroduction. Okay, so all of these foods, like I said, I want you to start to reintroduce them, and it is very systematic, and it's really important that you follow this. It can be really easy to, once you're done with the 4 weeks, you're like, all right, let's go to McDonald's, or if McDonald's isn't your thing, let's go get an ice cream. That's my thing. But the reintroduction is really, really crucial in making sure that your gut is ready for all of that reintroduction. So you're going to go on to page, let's see, it starts on page 87, and you have this cute little guide. I'm going to explain this real quick. You were not going to remember it. I'm going to remind you again when we get to week 5 in the program. But the reintroduction, what you're going to do is you are going to introduce one of the foods. The first one is fermented vegetable, sauerkraut, kombucha, or kimchi. You're going to try one of these fermented foods and just a little bit of it, and you're going to see how you react for the next 3 days. Do you break out? Do you not sleep as well? Do you get an upset stomach? All of these different things, and you have all of the things, symptoms to look out for that are in the guide, and you're gonna just listen to your body and very intuitively guide yourself through that phase. And I will be here to help you. But you're going to reintroduce those foods and just see how your body responds, and then if, say, it's great, right? Gravy, you're fine. You get to move on to the next one. So 3 days later, you move on to the next food, which is raw nuts or seeds. You are gonna have some nuts and seeds during the program, but we want something a little bit more like a larger amount. I have in the program, I have almond butter bread, which is delicious. I would definitely recommend that be how you reintroduce a ton of almonds, is through that. And yeah, it's really, really good. And you're gonna see how you feel. And for the next 3 days, like I said, do you break out? Do you have problems sleeping? What else do I have on here? Oh yeah, mood disorders, brain fog, irritability. However, the reason I came out with the workbook is because you wanna make sure it's because of food, not because you're gonna start your period or you get sick or something like that, okay? So I just wanted to be able to, and then we'll go into the workbook next, but do you have joint pain after eating a certain food? That can show you that your body is reacting negatively to that food. And so you keep moving on if you're just fine. However, if you do have a reaction, you are going to go back to eating the gut refresh elimination phase for 3 days, and then you're gonna test that food again. And you're gonna keep doing that until you pass that. If you don't, I will say that the majority of anybody who's ever done my program, they have been able to reverse their food sensitivities. I have only had one person who they weren't able to reverse their sensitivity to gluten, but everybody else has been able to. That does not mean that you are going to be that person who can't or that person who can. I want you to make sure you're testing it out. If you have celiac disease, I would not reintroduce gluten. There has been very few cases of anybody reversing their celiac disease, and I would not want to be responsible for you in having a gluten reaction. So like I said, this is totally you guiding and listening to your body. If you're allergic to peanuts, do not reintroduce peanuts. If you are like me, I was allergic to gluten and I was allergic to lactose. I can now have those and I do not break out. I do not have a problem at all anymore. I was able to reverse my endometriosis symptoms. I also had gastroesophageal reflux disease, which I do not have anymore. So your body can definitely heal itself. However, I want you to be very responsible in when you test things out. If you know you're going to have an issue, don't do it. It's not worth it. Maybe down the road, because 4 weeks is not a huge amount of time, especially if you lived with a lifelong allergy. So that's my word of caution there. And always consult a doctor if you have like a severe allergy and getting help that way. All right, so that is the reintroduction phase. Let's see. All right, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And then you have your weekly menus. So let's go to weekly menus. So you're going to have your weekly menus. This is getting a little long, I'm sorry about that. But in here, your first week, you're doing grapefruit seed extract. The reason for that is because it has been shown to be a natural antibiotic and we want to kill all of that bad bacteria. However, an antibiotic also kills good and bad bacteria. There has been some research showing that it can kill some good bacteria, and so that's why it's really important to only do it for that limited amount of time. Then you'll stop doing that, and then the next 3 weeks we're going to really rebuild and get you all the good bacteria so that you don't have more bad than good. So that's a really important stage. If you are nursing, if you are pregnant, those are like the two main things. Do not take the grapefruit seed extract. We do not want you to detox those out. So we're gonna be very cautious there. So if you are pregnant or nursing, don't do the grapefruit seed extract. All right, and then, so you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This menu does not include snacks. You are responsible for picking out what snacks you want. Not everybody even wants snacks. I do snacks because I'm breastfeeding and I'm hungry all of the time. But if you do not have that issue, really you are going to intuitively eat in the sense that you are going to gauge yourself. A 0 means you're starving and a 10 means you are like painfully stuffed. I want you to live somewhere between a 3 and a 7 and kind of be there throughout the day. So listen to your body. If you are not hungry, don't eat. If you are hungry, eat, and just start really listening to how your body feels and your hunger cues and your mood and all of those different things. So those are how the menus work. And then next page, you have the shopping list. You have fruits and veggies, healthy fats, protein, seasonings, herbs, sweeteners, the others, and then the supplements. And then underneath you have snacks. And so, like I said, you're just gonna pick those out. If you need ideas, feel free to hit up the Facebook group. I also have my Amazon shop where I've put snacks. If you have suggestions on snacks that you know are approved and you'd like added to the list, just to help a sister out, feel free to add those to the Facebook group. All right, so you have that for the first 4 weeks. And then you have the recipes. In here, I did include the macros. However, don't focus on those, okay? Because we are not focusing on calories or macros. This is not a weight loss program. You may lose weight because that is a symptom of your problem, but that is not the main focus. The main focus is really in healing the gut and helping with all of the issues that have been a side effect of the gut issues. Now, onto the workbook. I was really excited to have a workbook because a lot of people didn't want to. If you're new here, I had launched an ebook version of the program and people got it printed and they're like, oh, I don't want to write in it because it's too pretty. And so that is where the workbook came from. And I'm so excited for it. All right, let's jump right in. First, you are going to have your health progress report. What are we at? 14 minutes and 20 seconds. Yeah, this is gonna have to be edited. Let's jump into the workbook. I'm really excited to have the workbook and have a place where you hold yourself accountable. You're able to track your symptoms throughout the remainder of the program. You're also able to track where your body's at and your daily intake, and really that's going to help you to spot where issues are. Like if you eat a certain food and you have a problem, you know it's that certain food, and we can adjust accordingly. And that is really important because my program is really built for a large group of people who have gut issues. However, each individual body is different, and that's why it's really important that you listen to your body throughout the program, just to make sure that there are certain foods that they might be great for you, but they might not be great for somebody else, and vice versa. So we're gonna go in here, and you're going to fill out the health progress report. This is your symptoms tracker, okay? And then you are going to do your weekly body chart. Like I said, not a weight loss program. However, your weight can be a side effect of a problem that's happening, whether you're underweight and you're not absorbing your nutrition, or overweight because your body is not breaking things down and it's storing it as fat in the connective tissue. There are different reasons to be on both, and we want you to be at a healthy weight, and that can be a symptom. However, I do not want you to focus on weight during the program. But you can also track your inches. It's kind of crazy that some people really hold a lot of inflammation, and that can cause excess inches that aren't actually that they're caused by either water retention or something like that, and also like bloating in the midsection, and just seeing that bloating go down can be really rewarding as you see your body heal. So that is the weekly body tracker. And then you have your protocol foods. You have the approved and non-approved, and I made it in this little version so that you can just carry it with you, so when you go to a restaurant, you know what the approved and non-approved foods are. And then we're going to jump in to our hunger fullness scale. This is really important. Like I said, when doing the program, I want you to eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full. I want you to live between a 3 and a 7. Like I said, 0, the hunger fullness scale. I want you to live between a 3 and a 7. A 0 means you are famished and starving, and a 10 means you are uncomfortably stuffed. So 3 and a 7 all day long, usually a 3 before you eat and a 7 when you're done eating throughout the day. And I want you to keep track of that. In the journal, I have the numbers, and you are going to circle where you're at, just to make sure that you're always saying when you're done with your meal, you're always, between that 3 and that 7. I would say if you're done eating, you want to be closer to like a 5, 6, 7 rather than a 3 or a 4. And then also, moving on, you're going to have your menus in here, and then you have your checklist. The reason for the daily checklist is to make sure you're getting enough of the good stuff. However, progress over perfection. I do not want you to beat yourself up. I do not want you to be stressed if you don't get in all of your circles. Stress is so damaging on the body, on the gut lining, your mood. Just don't be stressed. I want you to really give your body and yourself a lot of grace throughout the program. I want you, of course, to follow it, because the only way you're going to get results is if you do it. However, I do want you to manage your stress, and a big part of that is going to be not feeling like you've messed up or anything like that. And so you're going to have your daily checklist, and this really helps you to make sure you're getting in your water, you're getting in your repair, you're getting in your veggies, all of those different things that are going to help you to function the way you need to for the program and allow your body to give it what it needs to heal. And then you're also going to have these journal pages. And this I'm really excited for you to be able to track your symptoms, how you feel, your emotions throughout the day, your bowel movements, how many are you having a day, what is the consistency of those bowel movements, are you constipated, do you have diarrhea, and we want you to be able to track all of those. And then exercise, and of course, how you feel. Now let's discuss exercise real quick. Exercise is great. When you get your body moving, you get your lymphatic system moving. When you get your lymphatic system moving, you are able to increase what we call motility, and that is, or peristalsis in the colon, and helping to move things through at the right pace. However, if you have IBS, if you have severe gut issues, exercise can be very inflammatory because it can cause a lot of stress on the body, and that stress is stress, and that stress can cause more gut issues. So if you have IBS, do not feel like you have to go to a HIIT workout or Zumba or a hip hop class, or I don't know what else is, CrossFit, whatever else is out there. Maybe taking it slow, doing a yoga class, going on an elimination walk. An elimination walk is really just walking, but we know that it helps with elimination. So I got on an elimination walk, doing it on an incline and doing intervals, but just taking it easy on your body, especially during that first week, because your body is going to go through what we call a healing crisis, and it is going to be eliminating all this bad bacteria, and it's going to be, your body is going to be just detoxing all of this different stuff out, and that's called a healing crisis. And you might get a headache, and you might feel tired, and you might feel a little lethargic, and all of that because a lot of us are addicted to caffeine. We have people who drink alcohol, whether you have excess amount of sugar and really simple carbohydrates. And so all of that detoxing can take a toll, and you can be tired that first week. And so with that, I just say take it easy when it comes to the gym and exercise. If you are the person you're working out hard before, you can continue to work out hard during the program. If you're one of those people who haven't been working out, this is not the time to really implement a hardcore workout. But I do want you to be moving your body. So that is for the exercise section. That, my friends, is the workbook. And then this is the guide, and these together is the Gut Refresh program, and I'm very, very excited for you all to be on it. It has I have seen like miracles with nutrition and with being able to give your body what your body needs to do what it was always meant to do. My little Coco is my miracle, and I'm not saying that like this program has done amazing things for my clients and for my friends, my family, and for myself. I'm not going to make any claims or any promises, but I will say that do the program, finish it. It is giving your body what it needs to do what it was always meant to do is the way to go. If you need help, please reach out on Facebook. If you need a little bit more personalized help, please schedule a gut health consultation. You can do that through my website, shoploveyourgut.com. I would love to work with you. I'm just really excited for all of us to get started and for me to be that small portion of your gut healing journey and your health journey. And I'm just really excited for you all to do the program and to get all of the health benefits that I have personally seen from the program. And yeah, that is all, my friends. I am just really excited that you have picked me to be your guide. I love your guts.